My daughter's now 16. Since 14 years, she's not with me this year. She should come back now. And now she feels like I'm stressing her. I just want we to be a team, as we're usually, so that when we have a meeting about the future, we don't fight against each other. We go as a team and find the best solutions. What kind of advice do you have for me? The advice I'll give you, Laura, is this story. A story of an emergency helicopter that was called on a mission. One of the big ships has capsized in the middle of the ocean, and there's a lot of people who were fending for their life in the middle of the ocean in the water. As soon as the helicopter arrived, it was in the air, noticed a huge problem. There was not enough space on the helicopter to rescue everybody who was in the water. So guess who they had to rescue first? Guess how they made that decision? The ones that they decided to rescue first were the ones that were swimming towards them. The ones who were rescued first were the ones who were wanting the help first. But how many times in our life do we try to help somebody who's got the illusion that they are drowning, but despite our best intention in putting out that hand to help, they don't receive the help? How many times in our life have we done that? Trying to help the helpless, trying to help somebody who doesn't want our help right now. I want you to realize, and I'm not referencing your daughter here, but some people in this lifetime needs to die for them to realize they didn't live. And I know it sounds so terrible for me to say, but some people haven't really woken up. And unfortunately, most people don't wake up until the end of their life. So the best thing you can do right now is definitely not this. You do not want to try and advise somebody who do not want to be advised. This is important because if you look at the law of psychological reactance, it's proven how the more somebody feels like they're being forced to listen or forced to change, the more they'll resist that change, even if they wanted to change. So the more you insist, the more they will persist in running away. Meaning you as a parent, you are doing them a disservice. Making sense? So what must you do right now? What must you do right now is you got to lead by example here. Because when you ultimately change yourself, you'll notice that often invites people in to get curious about you. And that's when they're open to being advised by you. It's kind of like with me. I tried to change my friends back in the days when I was getting started on this journey and nobody was listening to me, right? But the moment I began to get the results from all of this inner work, people are like, how did you do that? Now they're open to being advised. Making sense? See the difference here. Now they're open to actual suggestions. And this is the only way, like some of them actually started to read books and so forth, right? Because they all of a sudden were curious. So for now, as a parent, you want to focus on you, working on you. And secondly, replace certainty with curiosity. What do I really mean? Why do we get into conflicts with human beings? It's because we are in that moment arguing stories. Yes? Our story is correct in our mind. Their story is correct in their mind. True or true? And so arguments happen is when we are arguing stories against each other. And we both know we are right. That's the problem. So arguing and failing to acknowledge their point and their story is a total waste of time. Yes or no? It's a total waste of time because nothing happens. No changes occur. And it just makes you feel like you're suffering. What should you do instead? Replace certainty with curiosity. Instead of being so certain, you know exactly what she wants and what she got to do, be so curious. Get clear of what's called criteria for change. In every conversation, we know what our own criteria for change is. We know exactly what we want from ourselves, and we know exactly what we're going to prescribe to that other person. Yes or no? So imagine there is a father who's right now arguing with his daughter, saying, you know what, daughter, you should give up smoking. Smoking is bad for you. Is the father objectively correct? Yes. The problem is the father's only focused on his criteria for change. He's not acknowledging right now his daughter's criteria for change. If he was to get curious, he will uncover right now that his daughter knows smoking is bad, but she feels like her body's addicted. She also wants to give up smoking, but at the same time doesn't want to be controlled by her dad, of which her dad's not even acknowledging. In this case, would the father be able to influence his daughter? The answer is no. Replace certainty with curiosity. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? And provided you do that and get curious of what is their criteria for change, you're able to influence. People are influenced by us, not when they understand us. No. When they feel understood by us. Notice the difference. People are only influenced by us, not when they're understanding us, but when they feel understood. That's the key here. And this is why if you look at teenagers, right, who are they normally influenced by? Their friends and YouTubers who are similar ages online. Yes or no? They feel understood. They feel understood. Who do they normally not listen to? Parents. Why? Because they assume they don't understand them. So the key here is replacing certainty with curiosity. Do that enough and you become what we like to call a half-fluencer.